Hello and welcome. You just landed in the perfect place to learn the government subject the easy way. I am Chidebere Ezekwesili, and here we break down every topic in the subject government. Everything you need to know to scale through in your class exams. For your SSCE exams, which we know as WAEC and NECO, UTME, which we know as JAM, Post UTME, and JUPEB, using simple language, real Nigerian examples, and clear explanations that make even the toughest topics feel easy. Whether you are in SS1, just starting, SS2, SS3, preparing for exams, or even a UTME candidate looking for a quick revision, this channel will guide you step by step through the entire syllabus. Additionally, all lessons taught here will adhere to WAEC and JAMB standards. As we progress, we back it up with real past questions from WAEC and JAMB. So, if you feel this video is for you, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and let's make government your easiest subject. Without much further ado, let's get started. Yay! The meaning, scope, and functions of government. In this chapter, we will look at number 1, the meaning of government, number 2, the classification of government, number 3, the scope of government, number 4, functions of government, and number 5, the importance of studying government. Let's start with the first, the meaning of government. I am sure you have heard the word government mentioned all over the news in the world. You have heard the newscasters say the government did this, the federal government did that, the US government, the Kenyan government, and so on. But the question is, who is the government? What are they? And what do they do? So grab your writing materials and let's define what a government is. The word government can mean different things depending on how we look at it. But in simple terms, government is the group of people and institutions that make laws, carry out those laws, and settle disputes to keep the society organized. Let me take it again. Government is the group of people and institutions that make laws, carry out those laws, and settle disputes to keep the society organized. I need you to note these points. Number 1, a group of people and institutions that make laws. Number 2, carry out those laws. Number 3, and settle disputes. And what is the end goal of all this? To keep the society organized. So, if a government exists to make laws, to carry out those laws, and not settle disputes, trust me, there is no government. A true government and a real government must exist to make laws, to carry out those laws effectively and judiciously, and settle disputes to keep a society organized. A society that is disorganized is said to be a lawless society. From the first definition, you can see the functions of a government, but we will revisit it later. The second definition of government is the act of governing or an agency that transforms a number of demands of citizens into a more manageable proposal. Note the points here. Number 1, an agency or institution that transforms a number of demands of citizens. And what are the demands? Provision of basic amenities like shelter, food, security, good economic policy, good roads, schools, and so on. We have another definition of government according to Apadorai, who says that government is a machinery through which the will of the state is formulated, expressed, and realized. In all of this, we can establish that government is a system, an institution, an agency, or a machinery used in controlling a state or country through decision making. I hope this is clear. If it is not clear to you, let me know in the comment section and I will gladly answer your questions. Now, let's bring it down to the things we see around us. In your secondary school, the government is like the school management. We have the principal and vice principal who set rules. Teachers enforce those rules. If there is a misunderstanding, it is resolved through a procedure the school sets. That is how a government works, just on a much bigger scale, like we have in Nigeria. Moving on, there are three main classifications of government. Number one, government as an institution. Number two, government as a process or activity. Number three, government as an academic field or academic field of study. Pay attention. You must definitely see this in your exams. Let us define government as an institution. Government as an institution refers to the organized body or system of established authorities through which a state is governed. Let me take it again. Government as an institution refers to the organized body or system of established authorities through which a state is governed. It consists of structures such as the legislature, who are the lawmakers, the executives, who are the lawkeepers, and judiciary, the law interpreters. For example, in Nigeria, we have the National Assembly as the legislature, the presidency as the executive, and the courts as the judiciary. I hope it makes sense. Let's go over to number two, government as a process or activity. Government as a process or activity is the act of governing, making policies, passing laws, and enforcing them for the good of society. I will take it again. Government as a process or activity is the act of governing, making policies, passing laws, and enforcing them for the good of society. An example is when the federal government decides to build a new road. The decision and execution of that decision are part of governing. The third classification is government as an academic field or academic field of study. Government as an academic field is the study of political institutions, processes, and behaviors. It examines how power is acquired, used, and transferred, as well as the relationship between citizens and the state. Let me take it again. Government as an academic field is the study of political institutions, processes, and behaviors. It examines how power is acquired, used, and transferred, as well as the relationship between citizens and the state. For example, this is what you are studying now. You are studying the subject. You are learning how government works, the system it uses, and overall, its history. You get the point. Having known this, let me show you the many ways the questions could appear in your exams, whether SSCE, Post UTME or UTME or JUPEB, anyone. I hope you are with your past questions. So let us go to the theoretical questions first. Number one, questions could appear like this. Discuss the importance of government as an institution of the state. Number two, explain what is meant by government as an academic field of study. Number three, what is government as an academic field of study? Number four, define government as an academic field of study. Number five, explain government as an art of governing. In other words, explain government as a process or activity. Number six, define government and state two ways in which it can be seen or classified. So these are the various ways this particular question could appear in your exam. So you have to take note of the definitions we have given, the classifications we have seen. You have to take note of them and prepare yourself, because in your exam, it may appear in various ways, like the ones I have stated below. So mind you, these questions we are taking from past questions and other classroom examinations. So I had to compile them to show you the various ways it could appear so that you will not be confused or terrified. You get the point? Then, for the objective questions, that is the OBJ as we know it, it could appear like this. Number one, government refers to all the following except. Take note of the except in capital letter. So let me take it again. Number one, government refers to all the following except. It means that all of the options except one is not the meaning of government. Maybe they will give you four options. The three may be correct except one. That one is what we are about to find out. That is the except in capital letters. So government refers to all the following except A, an institution of the state; B, the process of ruling a political community; C, the exercise of power and authority; D, the act of civil disobedience. So looking at the options and what we have done so far, you know which one is not the answer. The first option, an institution of the state, is part of government. The second option, the process of ruling a political community, is still part of government. The third option, the exercise of power and authority, is part of government. But the fourth option, the act of civil disobedience, is not the option. So the answer is what? D, because the question is government refers to all the following except the fourth option. That is how this question could appear in your exams. Then number two, government as an act of governing means the first option, activities of pressure groups and political parties. Second option, act of vetoing a bill. Third option, orders of the judiciary and legislature. Fourth option, activities by which government policies are made and implemented. I guess you have already seen the answer. Government as an act of governing means activities of pressure groups and political parties. Is that the answer? Act of vetoing a bill. Vetoing means to agree on a bill. Is that the answer? Orders of the judiciary and legislature. Is that the answer? Activities by which the government policies are made and implemented. Is that the answer? So the answer to this number is D. Activities by which government policies are made and implemented. Then the third question is this. Government as an act of governing refers to the process of the first option, ruling people in the society; the second option, establishing political parties; the third option, provide free education; the fourth option, acquiring social skills. Which of these refers to government as an act of governing? Is it ruling people in the society, establishing political parties, provide free education, or acquiring social skills? I need you to be very careful in answering your questions because most times the options might seem correct, but what they want you to do is to answer the most appropriate option. So the answer to this question is the first option, ruling people in the society. The second option seems like it is the answer, right? The third option seems like it is the answer, right? But the main answer, the most appropriate answer, is the first option. The fourth question is this. Government refers to all the following except the first option, an academic field of study; the second option, the process of making and enforcing laws; the third option, an institution made up of people with a common interest; the fourth option, an organized group of people that formulates policies. Which of these is the correct answer? Remember, except. Government refers to all the following except. Is the first option correct? An academic field of study? Yes. A process of making and enforcing laws. Is it correct? Yes. An institution made up of people with a common interest. Is it correct? An organized group of people that formulates policies. Is it correct? Yes. So the answer is C, an institution made up of people with a common interest. The fifth question goes like this. Government as an institution of a state, as an institution of a state, I will need you to take note of that, can best be defined as a body that A, recruits and trains political leaders, B, settles disputes and interprets laws for the state, C, legislates, executes, and interprets laws for the state, D, conducts election for the state. Remember the question. Government as an institution of the state can best be defined as the body that A, recruits and trains political leaders. Is that the answer? No. B, settles disputes and interprets laws for the state. Is that the answers? Maybe, but no. C, legislates, executes, and interprets laws for the state. Is that the answer? D, conducts elections for the state. That is not the answer. The answer is C, option. Legislates, executes, and interprets laws for the state. If you look at the following options, you would see that they are all similar, but the most appropriate is the C option. The B option omitted one function of the government, which is towards legislates, but the C option has the complete function, which is to legislate, execute, and interpret laws for the state. So I need you to be careful whenever you are reading your question. I need you to read in between the lines to know the exact answer. The sixth question, as an academic field, the study of government does not include A, political economy, B, comparative politics, C, public administration, D, ecological interaction. As an academic field, the study of government does not include A, political economy. Is that the answer? No. B, comparative politics. Is that the answer? No. C, public administration. Is that the answer? No. D, ecological interaction. Is that the answer? Yes. Remember, the question said does not include. The seventh question goes like this. Government is the machinery established to manage the affairs of the first option, rulers, second option, aliens, third option, civil service, fourth option, state. So government is the machinery established to manage the affairs of I'm sure you know the answer. Is it the rulers? No. Is it the aliens? Is it the civil service? No. Is it the state? Yes. So you see, once you are able and willing to study this, you will know what will come out in your exams beforehand. I hope you understand now. Let's move over to the second topic, the scope of government. The scope of government means the areas of life and society where the government plays a role. Let me take it again. The scope of government means the areas of life and society where the government plays a role. In other words, what are the responsibilities of the government to the state? In Nigeria, the scopes are 1. Lawmaking. Of course, the National Assembly passes laws for the country. Number 2, law enforcement. Agencies like the Nigerian Police Force enforce laws. Number 3, defense. The Nigerian Army, Navy, and Air Force protect the nation from external attack. Number 4, foreign affairs. In Nigeria, we have an office called the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They are the ones who represent Nigeria in international meetings, relate with other countries, and join bodies like ECOWAS, Economic Community of West African States, African Union, AU, and the United Nations, UN. Number 5, provision of social services. They provide education through WAEC, JAMB. They provide health care through the teaching hospitals, electricity supply, roads, and so on. Number 6, Economic planning and regulation. The government is the one that sets budgets, regulates banks through the CBN, which is Central Bank of Nigeria, and monitors fuel prices. Number seven, maintaining internal order. The prevention of chaos through security agencies like the DSS, Department of State Services, and NSCDC, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. Number eight, protection of rights. Through the Constitution and the courts, the government ensures citizens' rights are protected. I hope this is understood. If you have any questions concerning what we have treated so far, make sure to drop them in the comment section. I will answer that. Moving over to the next topic for the class, functions of government. In all we have treated, I am sure we can point out the functions of the government, right? Don't worry, I got you. The functions of the governments are number one, maintaining law and order. Number two, defending the nation. Number three, promoting economic development. Number four, provision of social services. Number five, protecting human rights. Number six, making and enforcing laws. And number seven, regulating foreign relations. So let's quickly look at the reason or importance of studying government before we can call it a video. The importance of government in modern society. Number one, to understand how society is organized and managed. Number two, it helps citizens know their constitutional rights and duties. Number three, to promote good citizenship and law abiding members of society by learning about laws and governance. Number four, to encourage individuals to take part in elections and other political parties. Number five, it promotes national unity by teaching about the symbols, institutions, and values that bind a country together. Number six, the study of government helps in peaceful conflict resolution. Number seven, to support economic and social development in shaping development strategies. Number eight, it encourages accountability and transparency, where informed citizens can monitor leaders and demand good governance. Having said this much, let us go over to the past questions and see what we can answer. For theoretical questions, number one, outline the basic functions performed by a modern government. So I hope you remember when we touched the functions of government. That is how the question could appear in your exam. Number two, state six functions of government in a state. Number three, highlight any four duties of government. Duties and functions, they are the same thing. Number four, state five reasons or importance for the study of government. Number five, state five reasons for the study of government. Number six, state five areas that make up the scope of government. Number seven, outline four areas in the scope of government. Now, these are the ways the questions could appear in your exam. So I decided to highlight the possible ways you can see the questions in your exam. Then I want to let you know that whenever you are asked to highlight, to state, to explain, to outline, it means that you will have to list them first, then answer them separately. In your SSCE exam, if you are asked to highlight, to state, to outline, make sure to look at the mark attached to know how serious the question is, because most of the times students make the mistake of listing and explaining at the same time. Let me give you an instance. If you are asked to state five areas that make up the scope of government, don't make the mistake of stating one scope and explaining at the same time. What you have to do is make sure to state the five scopes differently. Then underneath, explain them one after the other. Because stating them is a different mark from explaining them. Because sometimes the questions might carry 10 marks, 20 marks. What it means is stating them is 10 marks, explaining them is another 10 marks. But if you state one and explain at the same time, it will be seen as 1 mark instead of 2 marks. So you have to be cautious and careful. Yes, I know it might be painstaking to do all of that, but You have to abide by the rules. Let us go over to the objective questions. Number one, which of the following is not the function of the government? A. Building of roads, bridges, and canals. B. Provision of education. C. Maintenance of relations with other states. D. Provision of all the material needs of all citizens. The question is, which of the following is not the function of the government? A. Building of roads, bridges, and canals. Is that the function? Provision of education. Is that the function? Maintenance of relations with other states. Is that the function? Provision of all the material needs of all citizens. Is that the function? The answer to the question is the option D. Provision of all the material needs of all citizens. Yes, the government is mandated to provide essential needs, not all of the material needs, the essential needs. So that is the answer. Number two, the study of government offers an individual all the following except A. Knowledge of his rights and duties. B. Training in good citizenship. C. Knowledge of the processes of government. D. Training to become a judge. The answer is D. Training to become a judge. The third question goes like this. Which of the following is a reason for studying government? Or you can say, which of the following is an importance for studying government? A. Knowledge of the rights of the individual. B. Acquisition of skills to work in a state-owned industry. C. Helps the individual to form a pressure group. D. Enables citizens to vote during elections. The answer is A. Knowledge of the rights of the individual. The fourth question goes like this. The study of government in school is important because the students can, in other words, they are asking you, what is the importance of government? A. Be assisted by political leaders. B. Learn about their rights. C. Qualify for the elections. D. Be nominated for a trip abroad. Let me take the question again. The study of government in school is important because the students can A. Be assisted by political leaders. Is that the answer? B. Learn about their rights. Is that the answer? C. Qualify for the elections. Is that the answer? D. Be nominated for a trip abroad. Is that the answer? The answer is B. To learn about their rights. The last question. Which of the following is not part of the scope of government? A. Defense. B. Provision of public utilities. C. Political socialization. D. Religious worship. The question says, which of the following is not part of the scope of government? A. Defense. Defense is part of the scope. B. Provision of public utilities or essential amenities is part of the scope. C. Political socialization. It is part of the scope. But D. Religious worship is not part of the scope of government. So the answer is D. All right. That's enough for the video. I encourage you to use the knowledge you have gotten from this chapter to answer questions you come across in past questions. Thank you very much.